Thanks. Shoutouts to him. And then I think I'm good to go, and I think stream is good to go.
Yeah, and just to specify, we're doing the human campaign.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah, we're not playing through the entire game. We're just doing a human campaign. So I hope this is good. And then 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. So the first thing here is the sheep. This is the sheep of good luck. Let's hope if we get this. Nice, we did it. Right. Okay, so again, this game is in German. The reason for this is that the hotkeys in this game, as you can see here, are based on which letters are in the word. So the hotkeys in each language are different. I played this game a lot when I was young. It's a huge multiplayer game. It's really fun. And I learned this game when as a German kid in German. So I unfortunately have to play in German. So you can meme as much as you want about German. That's great. I thought it was a good addition to the game. Otherwise, this mission is really boring. I'm just going to kill a bunch of orcs and then proceed. And that's all going to build up to the later parts of the game where we're going to do some actually cool stuff. And then since this is an RTS, you're actually supposed to build up an army in every single mission and like attack and whatnot. We're never going to do that. Like, don't worry about it. We're just going to do things fast. Except in this one mission, and maybe you can introduce that. It's pretty good. It's a pretty hype thing.
Each of the campaigns, aside from the orc one, I think, have a really long auto-scroller in them. So this campaign has a 30-minute auto-scroller, but you can skip it if you're really good.
Yeah.
So that's what he's going to attempt here.
I'm going to attempt it, yeah.
I mean, you're going to get it, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Right? Yeah, right. No pressure, though.
No pressure.
So yeah, that's actually the main thing. So all the campaigns have really annoying auto-scrollers, especially the native one is really long, 45 minutes. And there's some really insane stuff you can do to skip that. It's actually the most interesting instead of the most boring section. And then actually this mission is also really tense in the beginning, so...
Yeah, so here he's going to collect some lumber, which is incredibly exciting. Yeah,
lumber.
So this mission is the first one where you actually need to build a base. And there's 2 main objectives for this mission. Oh, also, here's a sheep. This sheep is actually an orc agent in disguise, and will try his best to block your barracks building.
Which it did not succeed.
Nice. Good sheep RNG. So yeah, there's 2 main objectives in this mission. One is to kill the Orc Blade Master, but that's pretty easy, you just go there and kill him. And the other objective, which is the main limiting factor for this level, is you need to build a barracks, you need to build 2 farms and 6 footmen. And so, optimizing this mission is all about building up your barracks as quickly as possible, and then having constant footman production after that. And he's actually going out of his way here while building the base to kill some dragons, and they give a lot of gold in this game.
Yeah, it's way more than in TFT. And also, optimally, this finishes at the same time, which I slightly messed up, but it's good. So, and then I killed one of my rifles. The reason why I did this is because this game has a food mechanic, so you're supposed to build farms to build up your upkeep right here, and then you can build more units. That's the basic idea. And I'm going to let this guy die here. Oh, rip this guy. Bible cat.
Rip Rifleman number 3. No, you will be missed.
Maybe not. Okay, he's going to be replaced by a nice footman, so... And then we're going to build... Oh, sheep RNG. Okay. Bringen wir dieses Herz? No, okay, so I'm going to stop. So we're going to pick up this. Also, we're going to slaughter some pigs, because pigs are actually as bad as sheep. So, rip pig, Peter. Yeah, other than that, the exciting part of its mission is over, and we're just going to build footmen and kill a Blade Master. That's about it. And ideally, this farm finishes exactly when this footman finishes, because I can immediately start producing the next one. So this is really exciting. Watch this. If I did it right, it's going to be... Oh, no. We lost the second.
Not optimal. Wow.
Rip WR. Reset.
Yeah, heading up here, he's going to head for the Blade Master, kill some of these trolls and orcs for experience as well. So hero units in this game are very strong, very, like, a core mechanic of this game is the hero units. And Arthas has Holy Light and Divine Shield as his skills, and those will be used throughout. Holy Light deals huge damage to undead, and also completely, or almost completely heals a human unit that you target. And then Divine Shield just makes others invulnerable for the duration.
Yeah. Also, how you can tell it's a real one, he deals damage, the other one doesn't deal damage. And missed building a footman, but that's completely alright. Ich stehe für das Licht. Yeah, we did it. And now we're just gonna wait for this guy to finish, so. How was your breakfast, Prasabu? What did you have?
It's pretty good. I had the hodl breakfast.
Oh, really? Did you get oh, nice. I didn't get that actually today. God damn it. Yeah, okay, so upcoming is Mission 3. Mission 3 is super exciting. The problem is in Mission 3 that Jaina is part of it.
Jaina is terrible.
Jaina is horrible. She's somehow, I think she's the sister of Anakin or something.
Or Arthas?
Anakin, don't do it
Anakin,
again.
Arthas?
No, don't do it again. Jaina, no.
No, Jaina, what are you doing? Jaina.
Not the children. Come on, Jaina. At
Not
least
the young
children.
ones.
Not the children.
Jaina. Oh no.
Oh, Jaina.
Not the women and the children as well.
Okay, so other than that, I mean, it's probably a good time to speak about why people actually play this game. And good point is the story, Sabu. What do you? I mean, speedrunning.
The story of this game is pretty exciting, actually. But yeah, here is the first mission where you actually get the main story of this campaign. At first, you just fought some orcs, whatever. But here you meet Kel'Thuzad, who is spreading a plague across the nation or something. And you're obviously going to try and prevent that.
Take a bath.
Take a bath.
Take a bath. Okay, other than that, this mission is just walking. So if you have donations, read about 50 million of them, because it's going to take forever.
Yeah, we actually got a donation from Jury Rosenkilled.
Oh, hey, dude.
$20.
Hey,
Saying good luck with the run, Sajiki.
thanks.
And remember to kill that damn ship.
Yeah, I did.
Shout out to him for completely wrecking the record for this
Yeah,
game.
Rosen is amazing. Like, he's actually insanely good at this game, unlike me. So, go watch him. Yeah, if you have one more, or two more, go for it.
We don't have any donations
yet,
but we are pushing really fast toward 43,000. And you know, I always like more donations, so keep it up. I need to read something.
Yeah, he does. Like, otherwise, you can meme in German. Yeah, also one thing maybe that you might notice, I'm spam clicking. That's not because I want to raise my APM to be the APM master. I mean, of course I do, but there's actually a good reason for this, because the AI in this game is absolutely horrible. It's like, it's become slightly better in TFT, which is the campaign, excuse me, the expansion to this game. But the AI is so bad, the pathing is kind of bad, and the units have larger hitboxes in this game that they constantly tend to block each other. And by simply issuing a lot of commands, you can override the bad AI ones frequently, and it's actually saving time sometimes. Priests.
So here, the hero of this mission is the mortar team. Hopefully, he can be kept alive. Because the mortar teams deal huge siege damage, and you just need to kill this barn house or whatever here.
Yeah. So we did it, and now upcoming is Mission 4. Mission 4 is actually the cool skip in the game, I would say.
Yeah. So it's actually the first skip in the run so far. And so what's going to happen is, Mission 4, what you have to do is you have to go find Kel'Thuzad, and then there's an epic cutscene and he like runs away and you have to chase him and then finally find him and kill him. But if you don't activate the cutscene, and if you can somehow attack Kel'Thuzad before that cutscene, then he will just, you can just kill him. And what he's going to do is position this mortar team that he has incredibly close to the cutscene.
Precise, so hopefully don't mess this up. This is the one really hard thing, or one of the hard things in this game.
Yeah, so there's a really precise setup for this. So the mortar team stands right next to the cutscene trigger. And then he will do a really long shot. Hopefully. Looks good.
Yeah, we got it. Nice. Nice. So as you can see, that triggers Kel'Thuzad. He's going to walk towards me, run into Holy Light range. And I also can kill this ghoul, which is nice. And I collect the mana pot. So the reason I collect this mana pot is the next mission, which is where I'm most likely going to completely zone out, because this is really, really difficult.
Yeah. So, as we said before, 30-minute auto-scroller normally in a casual playthrough, but we're gonna try and make it fast. So, the way this map is laid out, there's two huge undead bases. One is in the middle of the map, and one is at the bottom left. And if you kill every single undead building in this map, then the level just straight up ends. So he's going to be collecting items and building up his base, making an expansion and such, and just preparing for the intense battle coming up. Also, there's a nice secret. This building in the corner of your base has some crates inside, and those crates have a sheep inside, and that sheep has a potion inside him.
It's a sheepception, guys.
Yeah. And that potion is actually pretty useful. It restores both health and mana. And so health is obviously so Arthas doesn't die, and mana is so you can do more Holy Lights, and Holy Light is absolutely essential to keeping your units alive during big battles.
So I'm going to pull these guys out. The reason I kill these is because of gold, because I want to be constantly producing workers while I power build my expansion, which I'm going to build on the second gold base up here. And ideally, I'll never run out of gold without like ever stopping to produce peasants. Oh, that's really hard though. Get it?
Yeah, and again, he's killing all of these creeps for gold as well. It's actually a pretty nice source of income, and they drop some nice items as well. Especially Scrolls of Healing and Mana Potions are very useful. And then next to those Morlocks, there's also a dude in a cage.
Yeah. The reason is I didn't kill these guys fast enough. That's why these guys stopped working. They're lazy peasants.
And this dude in a cage actually has some really nice shoes on him. So you get Boots of Speed, and obviously speed is good. So the Boots of Speed are not super useful in this mission in particular, but later on you'll be doing a lot of just running around, and obviously going fast is better. And something he's going to do here, I believe, is pick one footman out of his army and leave him stationed outside of the purple enemy base. And that is to intercept an incoming attack wave later.
Yeah, so I'm gonna... Okay, second base finished, so I can now keep on building peasants again. Actually, kind of want to optimize lumber harvesting here by researching the lumber upgrades. I'm gonna put this guy right here. He's gonna cover this base. Research the lumber upgrade. There we go.
Yeah, so the units he's going to use in this mission are mostly mortar teams and riflemen, and especially mortar teams cost a lot of lumber, so that's what he's going to be focusing a lot on.
So also we're going to go up here because there's a bunch of ogres spawning. Again, they give gold, and they also give me a large heal potion. We didn't talk about items too much, and since they're in German, you probably don't understand the meaning too much. So the scroll, we have got a scroll of healing, which is going to simply heal everything around me. These are all consumables, which have the 1, and we use them for the big fights coming up. That's like the one big thing. This is a scroll of, excuse me, a fountain of healing, so we're going to pull these guys away from there. Try to not lose units. That's the whole idea. While building up our workshops and researching upgrades. So as you can see, there's lots of things to do in this game all the time. That's why it's so amazing.
And this is just the preparation part. And so, as you can see in this mission, just the faster you play, the faster you can get your peasants harvesting stuff, get your peasants building stuff, gather some gold from the creeps. And it's really a big deal if you can play fast, if you can micro your units correctly so you don't lose a single one. You can go way faster than if you play badly. So far I don't think you've lost a single unit, so that's good.
So no?
Nice.
Research this upgrade.
Found the attack wave. So what he's going to do with this footman is micro him so that he lures the ghouls all the way over to the towers in his main base. And that's important because his expansion currently has 0 protection of any kind. There's no towers, there's no units, there's no anything. So, would just die a horrible death if these ghouls got there.
Yeah, and from this point on, I want to be constantly producing units all the time, just in a real RTS 1v1 game or whatever. We want to produce mortar teams non-stop, because they're simply really strong and really good to kill buildings.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing a peasant. I think I have one too few. That's why my lumber is so bad. That's completely alright. Don't lose this guy. Okay, my experience is also really good. I'm really glad with this.
Yeah. So with the experience, actually, there's a glitch here that's kind of not a glitch or maybe a glitch. Who knows? But
probably
whenever Arthas gets a level in this mission, he just instantly goes to level 6 because I guess the devs didn't really want you to fall behind in experience during the campaign. So you just need to gain 1 level on Arthas,
Yeah, that should be
which
it.
should be here.
Problem is I didn't get the mana pot, so I'm just gonna run back. But sadly I gladly have the boots of speed
Yeah, you can run back faster.
really fast. So there we got the level 6. Gonna skill Holy Light, of course.
And Divine Shield as well.
We're gonna start doing this.
Yeah, so he's clearing out a path through the forest with his mortar teams, and this is just to get a nicer angle of attack for the purple base. And also he's going to create a choke point where exactly 1 unit can stand and then funnel all the enemies through that one spot.
Yeah, that's the idea. So hopefully I get that.
Just need a couple more mortar teams and then the real fun begins.
Yeah, this is what I'm most excited or like worried about. So hopefully nothing goes wrong here.
Reminder, make a save.
Yeah, we'll make a save. We got the upgrades. I'm gonna kill these trees. Monka-esque, guys, but don't overuse it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have enough mortars at this point. 6 save. We've close here, attack this tower, now the madness begins.
Okay, so this enemy base is full of units, full of towers, full of unit producing buildings, and the undead players or computers here, they have unlimited resources, so they will constantly be building new units from all of those buildings. So this first attack is pretty critical. This purple base has a level 6 Lich, who will constantly...
You know what my Arthas
that's
is
good.
paladin, so
So the Lich will spam Frost Nova as long as he has mana, and Frost Nova just destroys your army super fast. So, ooh, that's kind of rough, losing a mortar there. But
what is this? Why are they running away? This is really bad. Wait, what? Stop this. No.
this is actually,
It's kind of weird.
Kinda
That's
bad.
never happened before.
hopefully, he can recover.
It's really weird. He killed 2 mortars already. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Let's try this. Maybe this I can still make this work.
Yeah, so mortar team, keeping the mortar teams alive is really important here because they're your main source of damage. Obviously for the buildings, the siege damage is a huge deal, but also for just the regular enemy forces, the splash damage is insanely powerful.
I don't think this is good. It's, the Lich
Yeah.
will respawn, I think. Yeah, let's just wait a bit. I'm gonna reload and wait
Okay.
for 1 more mortar. Because
Yeah.
I don't want the Lich to respawn.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's really rough here. And the reason he reloaded is, even though he didn't really lose the fight at that point, losing so many of your mortar teams means that you will be slower in going through the enemy base, and then the enemy has more time to build units, revive the Lich, and just you will be overrun at some point.
Okay, this should be fine now. Oops.
Okay, try number 2.
Monka-esque. Don't overuse it.
I think they're overusing it.
No.
Okay,
Come on, this looks good.
yeah, this looks like a really good choke point. So he has Arthas standing there with Divine Shield to block off all the enemies so that they can't really attack your army. And then just destroying them all with the mortar teams. Hopefully you don't get Frost Nova too hard. Okay. This is way better than last time though.
This is way better.
Yeah, the Lich is down, you still have a bunch of mortar teams left. And now we get to go inside the base. So at this point most of the enemy army is dead, and you just need to deal with the reinforcements. So what you don't want to see is a lot of abominations, but there's already 2 around. And also necromancers can raise skeletons, which is really bad. So you want to take out the unit producing buildings as fast as possible.
So yeah, at this point, I always want to have my mortars attack buildings and my units to attack units. The reason for this is that in this game there's a damage kind of, what's it called, damage system.
Yeah, there's certain damage types that deal.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, that is
Oh,
that's
marathon.
incredible.
What is this?
So, oh man, that's
Never
actually
seen
really
this.
bad.
Oh, that's really bad, yeah.
So there's the other enemy base in the bottom left, the green base, and they sent out an attack wave that somehow managed to walk right past this fight going on.
Everything's going wrong.
This is, yeah.
It's not good.
So normally the
Okay.
attack wave goes straight into your base, which is not really a problem since you have towers there. But just adding the extra 5 or 6 ghouls or whatever that was is pretty terrible here. And since they're approaching from behind you, they're going to instantly go for the mortar teams, which are the ones that we're trying to keep alive. But I think you'll still be
Classic
able to.
marathon to me.
Yeah. I think you'll still be able to beat this base though.
Yeah,
Just
but-
might have to wait a bit before the next one. Oh no, the Lich is back.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting this.
Yeah, so the timer for the Lich to revive is pretty long, but if something goes wrong, like it did, then he can come back. Thankfully, he doesn't have mana while he comes back, so unless there's units nearby that he can use Dark Ritual on, he will not be able to Frost Nova. But at least Artes hasn't died, and you seem to be restocking pretty well on units, so
It's okay. It's just gonna take a tiny bit longer, but I'm completely fine with that.
yeah.
It's better than yeah, losing Arthas pretty much.
And still, even though he had to reload and even though this could be going better, it still saves so much time over just waiting it out.
Abo refuses to attack my paladin.
So looks like Arthas is out of mana, so he can't do that much. Might be able to Divine Shield and smack some enemies around, but healing would be really useful here.
So now I need to kill the acolytes. The acolytes keep building stuff in your face, which is really mean. But it's well, usually it's alright because you have the rifles. The rifles would simply take care of the buildings.
Yeah, there's a weird thing where the way the damage types works, for some reason, buildings that are being summoned by the acolytes have a different like armor type than complete buildings, so the riflemen actually do a lot of damage to them.
Okay, so we kill the first base. Kind of slow, but it's okay. That we losing our base is totally alright, don't worry about it. I'm actually not kidding this time.
Yeah, the enemies take quite a long time to destroy your buildings, and yeah, you have your towers and barracks and whatever blocking your workshops, and the workshops are the only important buildings at this point in your base.
There might be an attack wave though, so that's kind of annoying.
Yeah. So again, he's clearing out these trees to make some more room. Fighting in or coming in from an open area is much better than coming in from like a choke point.
Yeah. There's an attack wave, but should be fine.
Okay, so here Arthas is going to run in 1 versus
A million.
100. But the reason is that there's this Lich. He's level 10 and he will absolutely destroy your entire army in like seconds. So Arthas can go in with Divine Shield and just cheese him with Holy Light. It's kinda nice. And now the attack can begin again.
Oops.
So this base is similar similar to the purple base, but just harder. This time he has a lot of mortar teams ready though, so both sides are stronger. And one thing that the computer did here is the Necromancers now have the ability to cast Unholy Frenzy, which speeds up the attack speed of the Abominations by like 80% or something crazy. So
It's pretty ridiculous.
if you see that like little cloud symbol over the Abominations, then they're going to destroy anything they get near. But thankfully, this initial fight seems to be going really well.
That's the attack wave.
Yeah, that's the attack wave. Some extra ghouls.
They're blocking everything, which is really annoying.
Mortars are doing a lot of work again, so should be good. And even though sometimes your mortars hit your own units as well, it's not that big of a deal, because the way the splash damage works is it deals the maximum damage in the middle and then just small damage nearby. And as you will be aiming for the enemies, the units next to the enemies will usually be other enemy units. As you can see, they deal a lot of damage in a short amount of time, the Abominations. And so, the Skeletons as well. There's so many corpses during these big battles that the Necromancers just can constantly be summoning Skeletons. And so, he might run into a problem here where the Lich comes back again.
There he is.
Yeah. And hopefully...
No, I'm dead.
Okay. Yeah. Good idea to restart there.
I'm gonna wait for Arthas thing to go out here.
Already preparing for you, Skellies. But yeah, again,
What's this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Oh god.
Arthas, oh no.
Arthas, please. You're dead.
Arthas, what are you doing? Doing a device shield again? Oh. Yeah, so this is going to be a bit harder now with Arthas not being able to tank all of these enemies. But getting some really nice splash damage right now, so maybe it will be good. And again, the problem here is that it isn't enough to just barely win this battle. You need to win it really well and keep your units alive, because fighting through the base itself is another hard, constant battle.
Hopefully this time I move fast enough. So this time they won't be frenzied at least.
Watch out for Arthas. Okay, time to move in and start demolishing the buildings. Lich is back, but this time, hopefully, rifles should be able to take care of him. Okay, that's actually really good. The Lich did his Frost Nova on the rifle instead of the mortars.
So many ghouls though. Oh no.
Das dritte Dorf ist infiziert. Die verseuchten Dorfbewohner greifen uns an.
Also, there's some other stuff going on in this mission as well. There's like an undead caravan that's going through the countryside and like corrupting all these villages, but we don't really need to worry about that. It's only really a problem if you like wait out the mission and then they come and destroy your expansion and build a new base there, but
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the ghouls are really... No.
I think it's over. Speak
Yeah.
monkeys. Yeah, this is pretty hard, as I said before.
Yeah, this is actually like stupidly hard. These bases just, I mean, the computer cheats. They have infinite money. They have
There's no
all of
excuse,
these
though.
huge bases ready. It's not really a fair fight.
Yeah, okay, so I think I'm going to overstretch the estimate. So I kind of failed the first fight too much and then kind of funneled on it, so that's a bad idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. Sorry guys, normally I would have to kill this base and it would be fine, but I think I don't want to delay the schedule too much, so excuse me for that. Hope you're fine. And this is the next mission. It's pretty cool as well. What you do here is you're supposed to, like, after you defeated all this kind of stuff, you actually go to what is it, Stratholme, right?
Yeah.
So this is where the full story unfolds.
Yeah, this is an epic competition between Mal'Ganis and Arthas on who can kill the most people the fastest. So, actually that's not true. Mal'Ganis is not actually killing the people, he's teleporting them away from you to safety. I mean,
True,
he's
yeah.
also turning them all into zombies, but I don't know. He's still saving them.
So yeah, usually in this mission you're supposed to build a huge base once again. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways to approach this mission. One way is to just build like footmen and such and control like 3 or 4 different control groups at the same time and just have absolutely amazing micro and just perfectly manage all of your units. We're not going to do that because it's, again, stupidly hard and doesn't save that much time. What we're going to do is a safer strategy that uses peasants to build towers. And so he's building the towers next to like these large clusters of buildings and
Bad damage roll.
stealing some of Mal'Ganis's villagers here. But yeah, so the towers will, you can just set them to attack the buildings and they will automatically keep destroying them. And then even if you like miss some of the villagers, when they turn into zombies, the towers will automatically take care of them. So it's a really consistent way to do this mission fast. Also, he's killing Mal'Ganis because
He's annoying.
he's really annoying.
Yeah.
Can like come disrupt your towers and just steal people right in front of your face and other such fun things. And so this is again one of those missions where just the faster you manage to micro, the faster the mission goes. It looks like we're off to a pretty nice start here. So it's pretty nice that after the 5th mission, which is so insanely difficult, we get to this other mission that is just endless micro.
Yeah.
Like you can't relax ever.
Oh, it's a pretty intense game. Do bad damage rolls there. So the
Yeah.
damage in this game is completely random. And sad 3. Good job. So depending on what kind of roll you get, you can one-shot these guys or not.
Yeah, and also one really annoying thing about these villagers is that the way they turn into zombies is they get the sleep spell cast on them, which
Yeah.
cancels any attack commands that you made against them. So you would think, just seeing this, that you could like queue up Arthas to kill each villager, but it actually doesn't work because of the way that the turning into undead works. And so you need to like...
Yeah, see, their attack commands got all cancelled. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It's just due to how the spell sleep is coded in this game. People who play Dota maybe know this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good thing about this strategy is, as Sabu said, the towers just automatically fire, and that's the whole reason why we build them in the end. It's just a nice, convenient way. So, put one more here.
And so, in about a minute, Mal'Ganis is going to return, and hopefully he doesn't troll us too hard. He can spawn in a bunch of different locations, and if he spawns next to any of the houses that we're trying to destroy, then that's really annoying again. Because like the clusters of houses that we're targeting they add up to about 100, and if Mal'Ganis destroys enough of them, then you might need to like run all the way across the map to find one single house that you're missing.
Yeah. Super annoying. So let's see what kind of RNG we get. There's a lot of things you have to manage here at the same time.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good though. Destroying the houses on a good pace with the towers.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
Do you have time for some donations?
Yeah, please, sure. Go for it.
Alright then. We have $5 from Anananse saying, for the end of the world spell, press Ctrl, Alt, Delete. We got another $10 from Hammerkick. I'm glad strategy games get a spotlight for this ESA, especially one of the best RTS ever. Shout out to the Mario Universalis community who also allow these marathons.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah, this game is a really nice RTS. It's a bit different compared to stuff like StarCraft, which is another Blizzard RTS. So the hero units are, of course, one big difference, and then just in general, in StarCraft you're generally managing a huge amount of units at the same time, and like both micromanaging your army and building your base are kind of balanced out. In this game, micro is kind of more important since each unit loss is more a bigger deal than in StarCraft.
So there's an annoying thing here. I'm going to wait 3 seconds about here to skip some kind of weird glitch that happens when you skip a cutscene too fast. Yep. Also, shoutouts to Mr. Seal 3451.
Oh, it's the winner of the Mirror's Edge race.
Yeah, it's him.
In the game.
In the game.
Are we in, in Antarctica now?
Arthas, what are you doing?
It's Antarctica, yeah. So Arthas is on a mission. He's just going to run through these wolves. I don't know. And once again in this game, or excuse me, in this mission, you're supposed to build a huge army and a base, and that's kind of boring. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Instead, we're just going to rescue some dwarf friends by our good friend Arthas.
Yeah, so especially in these later missions, pretty much the way everyone approaches it on a normal playthrough is just turtle up for a really long time and build up a huge army and then go to the enemy base. But it turns out, if you want to go fast, your best option is really to just go for it straight away.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's fun.
So here we find our good friend Muradin, or I guess we found him earlier, but we found all of his other friends. Also, siege tanks are amazing. Shoutouts to siege tanks.
That was favorite unit, I believe.
You can just click them to attack buildings and you don't need to worry about them anymore because they literally cannot die.
I think everyone who plays multiplayer will strongly agree with you, Savern. Siege tanks are a fantastic unit.
Yeah,
we're gonna go through here, kill this tower. The reason for this is what we're gonna do is keep producing mortar teams. The reason for that is mortar teams are of course way superior to siege tanks, right?
I mean, in this mission for sure, but
yeah.
in some other missions, no.
Yeah, so actually you're like supposed to build up a big army before you do this, which you are not going to do.
Yeah, so the mortar teams are just to kill the buildings faster again, and this fight here is surprisingly not too bad.
Oh, don't say that.
I mean, bad things can still happen, but compared to the 5th mission, for example, it's not quite as brutal. And this time we have Muradin, who has the Stormbolt ability, which deals a ton of damage and stuns enemies, so this Lich shouldn't be too big of a problem with 2 hero units that can just nuke him. Murden is taking a lot of damage though, so...
Yeah, it's not too bad though. So what we're going to do here is going to transfer over the Boots of Speed to Muradin. There's a good reason for that. He's going to do our hero in the next mission.
Yeah.
He's going to be running in the 90s. Or something. Sorry for that.
Yeah, so for this mission to end, you actually don't need to even destroy the entire base here. You just need to destroy all the key buildings, so...
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You can leave the cigarettes and spirit towers alive, I believe, and then...
Yeah, everything that kind of was a ziggurat at some point in its life is completely fine. It's not a base.
You have time for some more donations?
Sure, go for it.
Alright. We have $50 from Rowmaster2 saying,
Rollmaster, hey.
real-time strategy is a heavily underrated genre for speedrunning and would love to see more of it for any game. Warcraft 3 was one of my favorite games as a kid and enjoy seeing people have interest in speedrunning it. Here's to you, Sajiki. You're kinda slow for a human, aren't ya?
Yeah, sadly you can't hear that and because it's German. I mean, you can hear it, but
But it's in German.
it's in German.
Also, I want to take this moment to just quickly shout out that after this round we do have Lanor by Seductive Spatula, and there is an incentive that is almost at its goal. We just need another $48 to reach the no skips for the run itself. So if you want to see that, make sure to get those donations in.
Okay, so here, Murdin is going to be our hero of choice for this mission.
Watch this huge glitch I'm doing here. We're gonna destroy these trees.
Mortars, what are you doing? Killing those innocent trees?
It's the Tita.
You can actually, like... Can you shoot the human base there? Or is
Yeah,
it
you
too
can-
far away?
No, it's like they're invulnerable, I think, yeah.
Dang.
But
But yeah, so this mission is kind of slow-paced. Murdin has Boots of Speed, so he'll be just zipping through here, but...
So shoutouts to Stormhammer.
He's so fast. I love it.
Is it like, I think maybe Stormbolt too.
Yeah, Stormbolt. So for some reason, Stormbolt can target units, but it can't actually target like buildings, and I don't think it can target siege tanks either. But for some reason, these boats are considered like units and not vehicles, I guess. So the fastest way to destroy them is to just run Murdin.
Oh, this marathon is like... Okay, so what happened? I don't even know anymore. So all of the stuff happening that I've never seen before. So what happened there is the Murlocs just dispelled the Bloodlust that I casted immediately. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so you're actually buying these ogres to speed up Murdin, but like that doesn't work if whatever. Like
It's fine.
it's fine.
So yeah, using these sappers to blast our way through the trees, and remember to destroy the boat here.
Nope, I won.
It's actually really easy to just forget this boat here because you're so focused on getting the sappers there fast and doing another Bloodlust and picking up the close-up attack with Arthas, and then you just run past and eventually find out, oh, I missed a boat.
Okay, so there's a thing here found by, hello, please buy. Please, thank you. There's a thing found by Rosen recently, so if you buy this item, it's a amulet of recall or something, you can actually use this for a really cool thing here. So Bloodlust is about to run out on Murdin, so what we're gonna do is help port these guys over and cast it again. It's pretty cool. And that allows them to run through right to the end even faster. Also, there's a big mana pot here, which is really nice for the next mission.
Arthas doesn't really have anything else to do here, so he's just collecting some items for the final mission, which is coming right up.
So what? Excuse me?
Murdin,
Please?
don't die.
Don't do it.
Murdin. Okay, should be fine now. It's actually possible for the enemies to perfectly circle Murdin there and completely block him, and there's nothing you can do.
Has happened to me. You can run around it. I mean, it happens when they summon skeletons around him.
Yeah.
So, so this is the last mission of the game. It's my favorite mission.
Yeah, So this is Frostmourne, where you start off in this like different section of the level with your army and heroes, and you can kind of start building up your base already, but you can't like go attack the enemy base yet because you need to do this side quest first. So we're going to get Arthas a nice new sword. Pretty nice.
Exactly, yeah. So this is where the story finally, the big point of story comes in. It surprises everyone. Arthas is becoming evil.
Who would have thought? The guy that murdered innocent villagers and whatever.
That was Jaina.
I mean, oh, don't you remember Stratholme?
No, what would happen? Nothing happened in Stratholme.
Nothing happened in Stratholme?
No, Stratholme did nothing
Nothing.
wrong. Arthas did nothing wrong. Sorry.
Never forget Stratholme, please.
So yeah, there's this boss here, and actually a nice thing you can do to speed this up is spam escape to skip his voice lines. And you just have to make sure you haven't accidentally selected your workshop and cancel all your units in production.
Which just totally never happened to me before.
Yeah. And so our siege unit of choice in this mission will be siege tanks, because if you use mortar teams here, it's really easy for them to die, and it's just kind of slow. But siege tanks can never die, so they are the best.
Also, they're honking sometimes, which is kind of cute. Whoa, 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 what are you doing?
Okay. So here we get Frostmourne, and spoilers, Merdin dies.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, the mission ends if he dies, but
Yeah.
then he dies anyways.
Yeah. You need to
Don't
keep
question
Merdin
it.
alive so that he dies.
Properly.
Yeah, he needs to die in this specific position. Anyway, now Arthas has Frostmourne, and now he's actually like amazingly powerful. So I don't think it actually changes his stats any, but his damage turns into chaos damage. And again, with the damage types of this game, there's stuff like siege deals full damage to buildings but not to units, and then like piercing damage deals more damage to a certain armor type and whatever. Chaos damage just goes full damage to everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really strong.
So this attack is also, once again, like you're supposed to build a way bigger army than I now have, but it's like hopefully not going to go wrong like everything else in this run. I'm joking.
There's a couple dangerous enemies here. So there's a Frostworm coming up who, first off, he slows down your units and also deals really huge damage. So he's one of the main targets here. And then Mal'Ganis is a high-level Dreadlord. One annoying thing that Mal'Ganis can do is sleep your units, and then you need to like micro them to attack each other to like cancel the sleep. And again, just having your siege units focus on the buildings, and also Arthas focusing on the buildings is really good here, because he actually deals full damage to buildings now. Because swords are really powerful against buildings.
Do you have time for donations?
Sure. The game is
Right,
pretty
then
much
go
over,
ahead, Dante.
so yeah.
We have a $5 donation from Watchin, who says, "My mum is your biggest fan from day one," from Sajiki. You got a little heart emote there as well.
It's my brother. Shout out to my brother.
And we have $5 from Anonymous, who says, "Don't you have graphene to grow, Sajiki?" Also, I just want to say that we do have one anonymous donation on $48. No message, but he actually put it towards the Nora run, so that incentive just got met.
Nice.
So yeah, we're approaching the end of the game. The acolytes are kind of annoyingly repairing what is left of undead base, but we're not going to get bothered by that.
Yeah. Also a funny thing, we're only doing the human campaign here, but when you switch over to the undead campaign where you also use Arthas, he just suddenly has like super low stats and he's level 1.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Death Knight there.
Yeah, and even though he has the magical sword that turns your attacks into chaos damage, he actually does like normal damage again. It's kind of
But
weird.
he has a horse. He has a horse.
Does have a
So
horse.
that's cool.
Don't know where he got the horse though. We never got a horse in this campaign.
Yeah, we're approaching time.
Where's the build button?
Streamer.
The button. Time. All right, yeah. So shoutouts to Sabu who made me run this. Yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry for not finishing off the end, but it's basically just destroying a few buildings, so don't worry about it. Yeah. So